My daughter is getting married in September. A few weeks ago, we visited several bridal shops where I hovered between tears and smiles as she floated back and forth between ball gown or A-line, taffeta or silk, ivory or blush. "What do you think, Mom?" she asked. She wants my advice, I thought. Laced between images of Andrea's first steps, tea parties, and playing dress-up were memories of how she hadn't always asked nor wanted my advice. One particular memory came to mind. She was 12, that challenging tween time, no longer a little girl, yet far from being a woman. That morning had started like most, rushing around trying to get my kids to shift into gear, any gear, so we'd make it to work and school on time. I'd raised my voice a time or two, okay, I'd yelled, while my kids countered with endless, whiny negotiations like, "Can't I sleep just a little longer?" Or, "Mom, this skirt is not too short," until at last we were out the door. I dropped my son Adam off at his elementary school, running 10 minutes behind schedule. Next stop, Andrea's junior high, and finally I'd head to the office. Just as I'd begun to stress out about the line of people that would be waiting for me outside my office door, Andrea spoke. "Mom?" she asked, zipping and unzipping her backpack, clearly uncomfortable about telling me something that was on her mind. "Remember that guy you met at the football game last week? The saxophone player?" I asked. "Yeah, him." She zipped and unzipped faster now. "Anyway, he asked me to go to the movies with him tomorrow. Can I?" My little girl had just asked about going on a date. Her life, newborn to 12, flashed before my eyes, and I hardly thought about my reply before answering, "Absolutely not. You're not old enough." I clenched the steering wheel and waited. Her eyes widened. "But all my other friends get to go out on dates." Her pitch rose with each word. I took a deep breath, preparing for battle. "Andrea, you're just not old enough to go on a date." The only other thing left for me to say was the dreaded cliche my mother had so often used on me. "Besides, if all your friends jumped off a bridge, would you?" Silence. Then, "I can't believe you won't let me go. You're the meanest mother in the world." "What?" I thought. Her words slapped me and amused me at the same time. The meanest mother in the world? How could that be? I thought I'd had the meanest mother in the world. In that moment, I wasn't sure if I'd ever get used to the highs and lows of my angel daughter turned hormonal teenager. On the other hand, I wasn't so old I didn't remember feeling the same anger toward my own mother, that oh so desperate longing to go out with a boy versus my own mother's jail cell of overprotectiveness. As I counted all the ways I'd tried to be a better mother than my meanest mother in the world, Andrea's words began to rumble and fume inside me until an eruption was imminent. So I exited off the expressway onto a frontage road and slammed on the brakes, barely coming to a stop before words spewed at my daughter, fiery, violent, and uncontrolled as boiling lava. "If you think you can find a better mother, then get out. And good luck finding her." That'll scare her, I thought. She'll never talk back to me like that again. She shot me her signature dirty look, upper lip raised in a scowl, a roll of the eyes. Then she got out of the car and slammed the door. She'd called my bluff. But I sure as heck wasn't going to be the first one to give in. So I sped away, keeping my eyes on the rearview mirror, ready to stop, but not 1 second before I saw her run after the car. She did run in the opposite direction. It was time for this silly game to end. I looked for a place to turn around and go back, but to my horror, I realized the frontage road was one way. Surrounded by cars, I couldn't turn around. A flood of consequences roared through my mind. What if a stranger offers her a ride? Flooring the accelerator, I raced to the frontage road on the opposite edge of the freeway as frightening thoughts flashed before my eyes with every pounding beat of my heart. How many lives are changed forever because of one stupid, hasty, prideful decision? Back on the freeway, I exceeded 90 miles per hour, speeding to the exit that would take me back to my daughter, silently pleading, "Please be there, please be there." As I approached the scene of my eruption, I saw my poor, frightened little girl. Relief washed over me, and I was sorry, swore I'd never do anything so stupid again. All would be forgiven, and we would hold each other in a warm, thankful embrace. But my anticipation of our glorious reunion faded at the sight of her defiantly crossed arms, her glare, her lip curled in a pouty snarl. She plopped into the seat and mumbled, "You're still the meanest mother in the world." How quickly those bittersweet years flew by, though. Andrea primped the ivory taffeta in front of the three-way mirror, spun around and asked, "Mom, which one do you like best?" "That one," I replied, dabbing my eyes with tissue. When my daughter smiled and replied, "I agree, this one's my favorite too." And when on Facebook she recently told the world, "My mom is pretty cool. You should listen to her." All of the bitter was gone, and only sweetness remains.